provide with this dog is throwing me off. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Hi, welcome to the Sunrise Podcast. I'm your host, Reagan Portis, with my co-host,
Mario.
We discussed this. You're supposed to put your YouTube.
Oh, my YouTube and stuff, but they got that. Okay, well, I'm going to say that every single time. My YouTube is No Limit MJ. You can add me on Instagram at MJ5, and that's it. That's really it.
Thank you so much for chiming in on this episode. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And go follow my co-host at all his social media plugs. And let's get straight into the video. So today, we're going to be talking about the cheesecake situation. And if you don't know about the cheesecake situation, basically a lady went on Instagram Live and basically bashed her date in for taking her to the Cheesecake Factory. However, a TikTok user by the @Rula Empire, he's got about 3.9 million followers. His mother decided to make a post on his TikTok account saying that, quote unquote, you gotta see if you're even worth a steak dinner, or that you're even worth a reservation. So, how you feel about that?
I definitely co-sign her on that, because I feel like, that you gotta see the person's vibe and see how they conduct themselves in a different situation before you like take them to the next high level. Cause I feel like Cheesecake Factory, that's not a first date place. I feel like if a first date place probably be Chili's or something like that. I would take them to Chili's and see how they conduct themselves before I just bam Cheesecake Factory.
So would you say that a first date is not worth the reservation?
I mean, you can still set reservations, but like I'm not gonna say like just Cheesecake Factory off the rip. That's kind of like, because you gotta see how the vibe is. Because she's not like a good person, then you're really wasting your time taking her to an expensive restaurant.
But okay, so I don't think there's anything wrong with taking your date to the Cheesecake Factory. I wouldn't spend so much money on the first date, but don't take your date to McDonald's.
McDonald's is crazy. First date, McDonald's is not a good. That's not a good choice to be taking somebody.
I feel like she could have.
That's disrespectful.
I feel like she could have worded it better. Like, first of all, who is we gotta see if you're worth a steak dinner? I'm not dating the mother-in-law, so.
We is like we. But you know, like moms are very, very protective of their son. But if that's still we, like I don't feel like
is crazy.
There's more on him.
It's if your son thinks the girl is worth a steak dinner.
What would be a good first date for you?
For me, price, it doesn't matter. To me, it's the thought. Like, if you're going to take me to McDonald's. Well, first of all, if a man tells me, I'm taking you to McDonald's, I'm not doing that. But I wouldn't want to eat on the first date. I like to go to, like, a launch park or somewhere, like, you can interact with the person.
So, like, an amusement park, bowling alley, skating rink, something like that.
Who got amusement park money, but, yeah, somewhere.
Oh, that is kind of expensive. Yeah.
Right. Somewhere, like, you can actually talk. And then, like, food, if we actually did something, food doesn't matter. We could go pick up some McDonald's on the way home. But for the first date, to me, should be getting to know the person, not just going and eating. So, I mean, and then I thought at the same time, it's the thought, like, even if we were to go eat, we could do a picnic, something cheap, but you still putting a thought into it.
I feel like a nice little date would be like somewhere go like where it's like the like water, because we have a reservoir out here, so we can like go to the reservoir, have a little picnic, and just talk and stuff. And, they got like we can go walk and look at the water, and stuff like that. I feel like that'd be a vibe.
That's what I was saying. I feel like she was wrong for putting it on Instagram. Right?
Yeah, that was kind of rude.
If you think that you're not worthy, or you're above the Cheesecake Factory, which I love the Cheesecake Factory. I love the Cheesecake Factory, but if you feel like you're above the Cheesecake Factory, I'm not going to put down anybody's self-worth But I mean, and he was gonna take her somewhere nice.
Well, what if the girl is very, very, very bad? Like, very annoying.
You should know that before the first
But I
date.
feel like
What if you don't know that? What if there's
Why would you take a girl on a first date that you don't know?
I mean, sometimes they be taking them on dates pretty fast.
That's
like,
what
they
I'm
don't
saying,
really like get
like-
into it to see who the person really is. They just like, you want to go on a date or something like that.
That's
What about
the
dating
point.
apps?
That is crazy. Dating
That's-
apps, I feel like you should not be looking for somebody in a dating app. I feel like you should go out into the world and like, or somebody like dating apps. I don't trust them. I don't too much trust them.
I'm so sorry to somebody. I'm sorry. Dating, there's no shame in dating apps.
There's no shame in
There's
dating apps,
no
but like me personally,
shame.
I wouldn't like get on a dating app. There's nothing wrong with it though.
We're gonna cut
There's
that
people
out.
that find
We're
love.
gonna cut that part out. We're gonna cut that part out. We're gonna cut that part out. But
We're gonna have bloopers definitely.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with going on a dating app. But
Alright, we keep our focus.
Let's go back. Then I lost my train of thought.
there are plenty of folks that have found love on dating
That's
apps.
what I was
That's
saying,
not the
you know?
point.
Me personally. Me personally, on the first date, I'll probably take her to the bowling alley, somewhere fun.
That's what I was saying.
Not like a restaurant. I feel like I'll probably take her somewhere like to like have fun. Maybe an escape room, something nice like that.
That's what I'm saying.
You know?
I'd rather spend money
Get food
on
on
that
the
than the food.
The first date, you really need to get to know someone. Don't you think an escape room kind of just,
Yeah.
takes them away from that? Takes away from you, personally?
I don't know.
No, because y'all working together.
Dinner, I'm not trying to talk while I eat. I don't care.
Nobody trying to talk about it.
I'm not trying to talk while I eat. I'm trying to eat and go home. So if I'm trying to get to know somebody, I want to do something that I could get to know that person or have fun with them and see all the different sides. But here's a different question. Who do you think should pay on the first date?
The man, you taking on a date. The dude actually go on a date. You gotta pay.
What
him.
if
Like,
the woman asks the man on the date?
what the what? No, I don't even know about that right there. I ain't never had like woman ask you on a date. I don't know.
So you.
Nah, I'll probably still pay.
Okay.
Like that'd just be weird.
Okay.
Sitting there watching her pay for my food.
Okay, because there are some people that say that they should go half on a bill. Me personally, I'm not going half on the bill. You ask me out to dinner, you gonna pay.
Oh yeah, you gotta pay. If you ask them out to dinner, yeah, you should pay.
Because I'm broke. Why
Or
were you
she
tripping
should
on
have
the cheesecake
recommended some things if she got a problem with Cheesecake Factory.
Right. And I guess if she wants something of that level or magnitude higher than the Cheesecake Factory, date somebody that's all they eat. Don't go out with somebody that.
To be honest with you, I think the dude should have really figured out what she eat. If she eating Popeye's chicken, complaining about Cheesecake Factory,
Yeah.
I'd be like, I ain't really see how the woman was acting, but like I ain't really see the video. I had to look at it really.
Well, she was acting like, now you know I'm better than that. Why would you take me over to the Cheesecake Factory?
She's not showing no class.
No, there's no type of class.
No type of class.
And to me, the Cheesecake Factory is a classy place.
It definitely is. Like she's not conducting herself right to even go over
I'm
there.
broke. Maybe I'm poor.
Maybe he should have took her to like
Maybe I don't know
Church's
what.
Chicken or something. You know, maybe she would have liked that better.
We're
Nah,
not
I'm
doing
playing.
Church's
I'm
Chicken.
just playing.
Church's Chicken
I'm just
is
playing.
that's crazy. Oh no.
But
So where would you take your first date? Your date out to eat?
out to eat first date.
Or how would you plan it? How would you plan your first date?
I'd be like, I wouldn't even tell her. I'd be like, I'm gonna come pick you up and just surprise her. I wouldn't even tell her. I'll just surprise her. But I'm gonna come pick you up, be ready at this time, ma'am. I made reservations, tell her that, and then, ma'am.
She got to worry about, she has to know what to wear.
Right.
So you can't.
I'm gonna tell her wear something nice. I'm gonna tell her what she need to wear. I'm about to wear something nice.
But like you ain't gonna ask her where do you like to eat? What
No, I'm gonna figure that out before I like just make the reservation. Be like, what type of food do you really like? And then
But like,
I'm just going.
no, like, what's your favorite restaurant? Like,
I can answer that too. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, figure out what she like before I just go out there and make some reservations.
Yeah. See, but I personally,
How would you want to do to treat you to a first date? How would you want it to go down?
I want him to ask me, what's your favorite things to do? What's your favorite things to eat? And him come up with a plan. And then I'm going to see what plan he come up with. And that's going to decide if I'm going to go on a second date or not.
Y'all heard it here first, guys. Better do right that first date. Treat her to a good date. Or you might not get that second one. She might ghost you.
But I'm saying, like, that's going to show the level of thought that you put into trying to date me.
Mm-hmm.
Or, well, I guess it's not really going to show, like, what you do. But I don't want to waste my time if you're not going to put any thought into me. Like, what does that make sense?
True.
So if you don't put any thought, like if you take me to McDonald's, I have no problem with eating from McDonald's. But if you take me to McDonald's and want to play on the Playhouse, I'm going home.
Guys, you better not take her to McDonald's. She will be walking away and leaving.
Well,
She will walk home probably. Don't take her to McDonald's. She'll say it like 4 times. Y'all better not do
If your
that.
girlfriend likes McDonald's, that's fine. But ask first.
Yeah, ask first, guys. Figure out what she like before you like make reservations for the go to the place. But I think y'all should take her somewhere like fun, like an escape room or something like
That's
that.
what I'm saying. Take your girlfriend somewhere. Fun and
We'll have to
what?
cut that out.
The dog is fine. Yeah, she's not fine.
Yo, she got wood chips in her mouth.
Moral of the story is don't take a hussy. Oh.
Yeah, don't take her to no fast food restaurant. Take her to a restaurant or like a somewhere like fun.
What? Amari, what do you think about this?
Yeah, you in the back. What do you think about this? Do you think that's crazy that the woman was upset about Cheesecake Factory? Yeah. Yeah, it's expensive. We've been to went to Cheesecake Factory in Texas. It's a it's a lot of people, businesses and stuff in there. It was a very high class. The waiters were dressed very, very elegant as well, you know. When we went there. You know. I think we just cut that.
Okay. What?
Yeah, just.
Well, I guess the moral of the story is these ain't loyal.
More of the story, guys, is figure out what your date wants before you like just make a decision. Like figure out what she likes and what she like to do. Same way with the dudes. Figure out what he likes to do before you make a decision.
And mothers-in-laws, please be nice.
Yeah, y'all can be nice, but still though, watch your children, take care of them, put them on game.
But be nice. Be nice. And the girl's not marrying you, she's marrying your son. Yeah.
Okay, for our interview segment, we have a husband and wife doula team. So would y'all like to introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Candace. I'm a herbalist, a birth and postpartum doula, also a miscarriage doula, and I'm a midwife student and a placenta encapsulator.
And I am Kelajah. I am a birth and postpartum doula.
What does a midwife doula do?
So a midwife and a doula are two separate things. So a doula is someone who provides emotional support and education to a woman during her pregnancy and during the postpartum period. And then a midwife is a clinician. So they're similar to like an OBGYN. They mainly service women in home births, birthing centers, and then you do have certified nurse midwives who also help women in hospital settings.
How did you become interested in being a doula?
Oh, I'll let Kelajah start.
For me, it was when we got pregnant with Asa, I wanted to be able to support her during the pregnancy and after. So doing that and going through the training, I learned that the information that was provided is not necessarily in the community. I want to be able to help provide that information to the community.
And then for me, it mainly started with me starting Be Well, and Be Well was just mainly focused in the very beginning of it being a herbal shop for women with fertility issues that were dealing with PCOS, endometriosis, and things like that. And then after that, I wanted to broaden my horizons, and I was very excited about him becoming a doula. And I was like, this seems like something that I'll be interested in. So I ended up taking the trainings. He took the training again with me, and then we expanded our business from there.
So you own a business being
Yes.
a doula.
Yes.
So do you work together?
Yep, we do. So mainly when we have a client, I am the main support person, or I'm the doula for the birthing person, and then he's the doula for their partner. So he mainly helps the males or the moms or sisters, whoever is there that's going to be supporting the mom during the pregnancy.
Do you have a favorite experience in being a doula?
Off the top, not a favorite. I guess the favorite part of seeing mothers conquer birth and having a successful birth is like the favorite part.
Yep, and I think for me is women being empowered and having the birth that they desire. So the education that we provide for them allows them to birth in the way that they want to be able to birth. And so I think that's very exciting for me too, is just being able to see women happy and not having a traumatic birth, because a lot of times and with people who don't have doulas, they experience different things in the hospital. They feel the pressure and the fear and stuff that the doctors pose on them. And I think just not having that and being able to have the experience that they desire.
Can you talk about the importance of postpartum depression and getting support for women?
Yes. So I think postpartum depression is something that a lot of women face, and especially Black women. One out of, let me see. Y'all gonna cut this part. Okay, so one out of every 3 Black women experiences postpartum depression. And it's something that goes unnoticed, unheard, especially because Black women typically aren't heard in the medical setting. A lot of what they're experiencing is kind of brushed off. And then I also think that the postpartum period is very vulnerable. It's a vulnerable time for women because unlike the prenatal care that they were receiving, they're seeing a doctor on a monthly basis, or they're seeing a doctor on a weekly basis, bi-weekly basis. But when it gets to that postpartum period, they're not seeing a doctor. They're not cared for during that time. It's like they've had the baby, now they're pushed off being at home along with the child. And there's not that support system that is needed to help identify the postpartum depression, and then also educate the women on the signs of postpartum depression so they can go and get the help that they so need.
So would you say is it important for the father to be there, very present in the birth?
Yes, it is. It is very important. I'll let Kelajah talk about that because he played a huge role with us birthing Asa.
Yeah, so it is very important for fathers to be there, not only in the support aspect, but also in the nurturing aspect to help care for the needs of not only the mother, but as well as the baby. So that's important when you get educated on how to support them and things to look out for, like if you having any hemorrhaging or anything that can cause death to the mother or even the baby. And then the postpartum care leads on to after the birth, like when you're raising a child, making sure that they're well cared for and have everything that they need.
And I think that the role of the father too is very important, because not only is that person there all the time with the mother, but also just having that education with, like, for him to notice the signs of, okay, like I know the signs of postpartum depression, so I'm noticing this in her, so maybe we need to get her to a doctor, or something's not seeming right about how she is now after the birth, like she's bleeding a little bit more than what the doctor had told us, like seems like something's wrong. So I think the education plays a huge part in him being able to care for me, because he knows the warning signs, but he's also educated and knows my feelings and how I'm feeling, so he knows how to respond to me, but also has the education to know medically something isn't right.
And then also not only on the medical aspect, but like taking care of the household duties. The mother just pushed out a baby, so she's not feeling 100%. So him being able to step in and fill the necessary roles to make sure that the house continue to grow.
And I think too, during that time, it's very important to have a doula or someone there that's supporting the mom and the dad, because typically the dad is still having to work and the mom is having to care for the baby. So when the dad is away at work, the mom is caring for the baby. The dad comes home from work, he's tired and he's kind of left to, take on the responsibilities like, tag, you're home now. But it's like he also is tired because he's had a full day too. So I think that's when the role of a postpartum doula comes in, because that person is there to help. A lot of postpartum doulas help with laundry, meal preparation, cleaning around the house, and then they're also there to, help with anything like experiencing the depression, or help if there's any type of issue just within the home. And then too, a lot of times, a lot of the stress in relationships after birth is when you mainly see that, because the father is taking on his role and responsibilities. Then you have the mom who's feeling like she's not being heard and not supported. And so I think having that third person there to help care for the both of them and nurture them, and let's not even throw in kids in the mix, trying to take care of other kids and stuff, is definitely important for all women. So I think all women should have access to a doula.
Y'all heard that.
Get you a doula.
So, how affordable would a doula be? Because I know a lot of, in the African American community, getting help there's such a stigmatism
Right.
on that. So, affordability, how is it? Is it very affordable for?
I think it is very affordable when you outweigh the risks associated with what you could experience, what you can experience. Hey, so our head is like covering the mic. Can you sit up, baby? Sit up, sit up, sit up. Okay, so I think when you outweigh the risk associated with not having a doula, is very affordable. But even with that, I was gonna say I think it's very affordable. For us, we offer a sliding scale fee. So we look at where you are able to meet us halfway. So if you are saying like we can't pay the full fee, then we'll say, okay, well we can work with you. We have payment plans. We offer barters where we're open to bartering. I know Kelajah wants a cow, so if somebody's willing to give a cow,
A cow, there you go, 2 pigs, whatever you can muster up, we can do it. And then also, like she was saying, the sliding scale, we can tailor our services to what you're wanting, and then also able to afford. And then, but also not just us, other doulas. There's other organizations like a Safer Childhood. Safer Jackson Safer Child
birth experience or something. Yeah.
They provide doula services, I think free.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's different organizations. So I know Sisters in Birth is another organization. So women who are maybe on Medicaid or they're getting some type of government assistance, they provide doula services to them at no charge at all.
And then also like you have Delta Health Alliance. They also provide those doula services to the community.
What was y'all journey like? What was the journey like to becoming a doula?
For me, when I first did it, it was an online process. So I was researching, and it was during COVID, so they was offering a virtual training. But when we just did it again, we had an in-person certified doula to come and teach the class, and it was a 2-day process. The online one was a 4-day process for like 4 hours a day.
And again, touching on the stigmatism around African American women getting help, what would you say to people that think that, you should be able to do it all by yourself? You don't need a man, you don't need help, you don't need somebody to come help take care of your kids or help you with everything that comes with being a mother.
Right. I think that stigma has led to the position that we're in. So the United States in general has the highest maternal mortality rate in the developed world. And then when you look at the United States, just outside of that statistic, yes. Mississippi has the highest maternal and infant mortality rate in the United States. So when you put the two together, Mississippi has the highest infant mortality and maternal mortality rate in all of the developed world. And so I feel like that stigma of I'm a strong black woman has contributed to that. And then also I feel like that has carried over into the healthcare system because women are mainly serviced in the hospitals for births and stuff. And so that has created the, oh, she's just putting on, or she's just lying, she's just exaggerating, or oh, that's one of them. You know what I'm saying? And so it's not like we're taken seriously. We're not being heard. We're not being listened to. Even when things are in dire situations, it's kind of being pushed off like, oh, she's just exaggerating, she's fine. And I was going to say, too, even in textbooks, medical textbooks, they kind of just now started to get away from saying that black people don't even experience pain. And so that was something that they were teaching OBGYNs, that black people don't have the ability to experience pain. So think about how many doctors have been influenced by that, and that has carried over into the medical system, and that has perpetuated the stigma that is associated with that.
Well, we have a question from the audience. Do you all accept insurance?
No.
Not at the moment because
Yeah.
we're working on the billing process. We have our national identification number to be able to accept insurance, but we just haven't had set up the system yet.
So like, where can we like contact y'all? Like, we better go on like a website or like.
Yes, I was gonna say we have a website. It's Be Well by Candace. So BEWELLBYCANDACE.com, and then you can also find us on Instagram and Facebook at Be Well by Candace.
But did you all hire a doula with her?
So
We did.
yeah, we did. I was gonna say we had him as a doula, and then we also had another doula.
What advice would you give expecting parents when considering to hire a doula for the first time?
I would say just do your research, one, on what a doula is, and then what services they provide. A good resource will be donor.org. They have a list of questions to ask a doula. And then once you get educated and have an interview with the doula, getting all your questions answered, you can go from there.
And I think too, when interviewing doulas, it's okay to talk to many different ones. You find a good fit for you. It's not a one size fit all. Not all doulas are made for everyone. So being open to, searching the market and finding somebody who works well with you. And then I know a lot of doulas in our area only meet with someone 1 to 2 times before they actually go into birth with their client. And so I feel that it is important to establish a reputation and a rapport with not only your clients, but also the hospitals, that you're like, okay, I'm supporting this person. I provide, with this dog is throwing me off. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, let me start over. Let me start all the way over. What was the question?
You said something about interviewing a doula.
Yes. Okay. So interviewing a doula is very important to shop around and find a doula that is a match for you. I think also too that it is very important to know what that doula, like he said, offers, because for us, we offer monthly appointments with our clients, and a lot of doulas in our area only provide 1 to 2 prenatal appointments before they actually go into labor. And I don't feel like that's enough time to be able to, notice your irks or what you don't like, or just be able to get a feel for that person, especially to be able to support you in the labor and delivery room. So that's one thing we pride ourselves on, is being able to have that close-knit relationship with our clients, so we know how to better support them during their birth.
Here's another question from the audience. You spoke about bartering a cow. Do you all have a farm?
We're
working
on it, but we have other things in the process. So she loves cows. We have some chickens right now, but we're working eventually to be able to provide those type of services as well.
So which one of you was a midwife?
Yep. So I'm a midwife student.
Okay, so both of you are
Just me.
Doula.
okay.
Well,
Yeah,
we're
we
both
both
doulas,
doulas.
and
She's
I'm
just
midwives.
Okay.
she's training to be a midwife.
So I know in the movies they be having the water, the circle of water, and they put the woman in the water. How painful is that? Like, so do they offer any type of pain medications when you have an at-home birth or water birth, or is it just straight up just
So typically, a home birth is completely natural. So there's no pain medicine. There's no epidural given. That's mainly given in the hospital setting. But I was going to say, home births are a lot easier on the body. Your pain level isn't nearly as bad because you're in a comfortable environment. So the way I like to think about it, and I was gonna say, I don't know if this story, y'all may have to cut this. I don't know. Okay. So the way I like to think about it is, an intimate setting. So if you're with a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a husband, or a wife, are you more comfortable in an intimate setting in the comfort of your home, or are you more comfortable being somewhere where people are coming in and out of your room that you don't know? It's bright lights, people are touching you in weird places. It's like, which one are you comfortable with?
Yeah.
And so that's what I like to equate a home birth to. It's a comfort level there, and then you're able to move and eat and drink, and you can't do those things in the hospital. So I think just those things help to reduce the pain. So yes.
And then also with having a doula and the midwives, I ain't gonna say most of them, but some of them do practice apothecary, so they have different herbs to provide to have pain relief. And then also having a doula, you have those pain management techniques to help you alleviate that.
Did you have any more questions?
I'm getting a doula. I'm getting a doula.
I was gonna say too, so there are doulas for all aspects of life. So you have birth, miscarriage, postpartum, end of life doula, doulas for literally everything. Life doulas, which are like life coaches. So you can get you a doula for any situation really.
Well, this is gonna be our final question. We were talking about this before y'all had came. Where would you all think? This has nothing to do with being a doula, but where do you all think is an appropriate place to take somebody on the first date?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
To me, the first date is really about getting to know somebody. So it's not an aspect of, I got to spend all this money to impress you. If I spend this money and I don't like you, what's the purpose of going on this date? So it could be something, a walk in the park. Like our first date, where we go?
You don't remember.
Oh, Lord, Karen.
I think that was our sushi date, wasn't it?
Hibachi. I think we went to a
Yeah.
hibachi spot and we talked. So dating for me is not necessarily the activities you do, but the activities you do to know somebody.
Yeah, the connection. I feel like the connection and the conversation is more important than the environment that it's happening in. So he could have taken me to the park. I would have been fine. We could have been at the house. I would have been fine. It was, the connection that you are developing with that person. And then, like he said, you don't want to go somewhere and spend a whole bunch of money and then it doesn't go anywhere.
Here first.
Yeah,
Great answers. Love it.
Yeah, great man. But thank you all so much for coming out, and you can see that, being African American, the stigmatism around, getting help. Thank you so much for clearing up a lot of the questions and the stigmatisms around that, because a lot of people think that a Black woman should be able to do it all, and that's just incorrect. So thank you all so much for coming out, and you all are doing great and wonderful work, and I'm so happy that we were able to get you all on the podcast.
We thank you for having us.
Thank you.
That was great.
Actually fun. I enjoyed listening.
I got educated on doula. I'm getting me one.
Well, I think that was so very interesting to hear about, doulas. I think that, you know, in the African American community, there's a lot of stigmatism going around. I think I still said that wrong.
Stigma.
Stigmatism?
No, not
Stigma?
Where you adding
There's
it
a
to?
lot of stigma.
Ain't it just stigma?
I thought it was stigmatism.
You
It's
keep
just-
adding that extra and just stigma.
Okay. There's a lot of stigma going around getting help and wait.
No, Chase, I saw one. He just on here.
Oh, there's a lot of stigma around getting help for the black women. And so, MJ, you ever get your wife?
She's getting a doula.
Just pay.
She's not going to
pay
the,
for the best.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely
Pay for the best. Pay for the best. If you can't afford the best, try hard.
Yeah.
Okay? Because she will divorce you.
Whoa. That is not
No,
true.
no.
Don't listen.
Not-
We're gonna keep that in. Cause
Cut
the mic on. We're keeping it in. We're keeping it in.
Cut the mic on. I told you to not.
Listen, we're keeping it in. She just said my wife.
I guess don't take your girl to the Cheesecake Factory.
No, don't listen to her.
No,
I think taking your girl to Cheesecake Factory is okay, but like if she's gonna complain, if she's acting
She ain't the way.
obnoxious and stuff like that. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? Obnoxious. And I said it wrong? If she's acting out and not conducting herself well, don't take her.
And if he ain't conducting himself well, he can
And if
kick
you're not
rocks.
conducting yourself well, don't take them home. Don't go on a second date. And I enjoyed the education, the everything I learned about doulas. You know,
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking into getting me one.
If my
when I
man
have
does
my
not
wife,
give
and
me a
she gets pregnant.
doula, divorce.
She yapping. She's not gonna divorce that man because he don't get a doula. They're gonna talk about it. They're definitely gonna probably get a
No.
doula.
Let
She's
me
not
let you
gonna
know
divorce
right
that
now.
man.
Let me let
She's
you know right
yapping.
now.
Man,
If my
see,
man does
okay,
not
guys,
give me a doula, he's gone.
Guys.
Gone. Gone.
Okay, guys, get her a doula and make sure you don't take her to McDonald's. She'll be yours for life. We're out. Bye.